Crunchy goodness for hunger on the go.
Tonight, on First at 9 this Monday the 13th of January 2025. State visit to China. President Anura Dissanayake embarks on his second state visit. Eyes strengthening of diplomatic ties with Sri Lanka's biggest bilateral lender. Quality control. Sri Lanka to establish laboratories to investigate quality of pharmaceutical drugs imported to Sri Lanka. Employees' Providence. Employees' Provident Funds value surpassed 4 trillion rupees in 2024, says Central Bank Governor. CBSL exploring opportunities to diversify EPF investments for higher returns.
EPF is also exploring opportunities to diversify its investment portfolio.
Derana Music Video Awards. Sri Lanka's premium entertainment experience celebrates the Sri Lankan music video industry in style with Derana Close-Up Music Video Awards 2024.
Chilo Dairy Sri Lankawama Kiren Perata. ඔබේ විශ්වාසය දෙනු සෙන්සුරයින් දැන් ළඟමැති ෆාමසියෙන් ලබාගත හැක.
කන්ට පරිස්සම් කරගත්තොත් අපි පරිස්සම්.
Asian Paints Causeway Aquasave වැස්සත් මට්ටුයි ගෙදරත් තිස්නේ.
From Ada Derana, this is Ada Derana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
Good evening and welcome to First at 9 on Sri Lanka's most trusted news source, Ada Derana 24. I'm Tarindu Mahendra, joining you live with the latest developments of the day. In our top story tonight, President Anura Dissanayake leaves for China today for a 4-day state visit. This will be the Sri Lankan president's second official state visit, coming on the heels of his inaugural visit to India in December last year. During the visit, President Dissanayake is scheduled to hold discussions with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, Premier Li Qiang, among other senior Chinese officials, and participate in high-level business forums. Additionally, a series of bilateral agreements to deepen mutual understanding and cooperation between Sri Lanka and China are expected to be signed during the visit. President Anura Dissanayake leaves for China today for a 4-day state visit. This will be President Disanayake's second state visit abroad following his inaugural visit to India from the 15th to the 17th of December last year. The 4-day visit to China from the 14th to the 17th of January is being undertaken at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. The President's office said the Sri Lankan President would hold discussions with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, Premier Li Qiang and other senior Chinese officials. The discussions will focus on key areas such as technology, agriculture and poverty alleviation. The Sri Lankan President is also scheduled to visit strategic facilities and participate in high-level business forums aimed at enhancing economic collaboration and investment opportunities. Additionally, a series of bilateral agreements to deepen mutual understanding and cooperation between Sri Lanka and China are to be signed during the visit. During a recent press briefing, the spokesperson of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs reiterated China's readiness to deepen bilateral and political ties and expand the Belt and Road Initiative during the Sri Lankan president's visit.
The upcoming visit will be President Anura Disanayake's first visit to China after taking office. The visit is of great importance for the development of China-Sri Lanka relations. During the visit, President Xi Jinping will hold talks with President Anura Dissanayake. Premier Li Qiang and Chairman Zhao Leji of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress are also scheduled to meet him. China and Sri Lanka have long been each other's friend and close neighbor. China stands ready to work with Sri Lanka through the upcoming visit to execute our time-honored friendship and to deepen our political and mutual trust. We also hope to expand high-quality Belt and Road cooperation and practical cooperation in various fields for continuous new progress in advancing China-Sri Lanka strategic cooperative partnerships featuring sincerity, mutual support and everlasting friendship, as well as more benefits for the two nations.
පිරිපුන් ජීවිතයකට ඔබ සමගින් පෙරට Union Assurance.
Welcome to Cinnamon Life, South Asia's biggest entertainment hub, where awe awaits.
චන්දුරුසුමේ කාගෙන් මන අපේ සිග TV සඳහා සුපිරි ඩීල්.
Sadaharita Plantations Limited, celebrating 22 years of your trust.
Crunchy goodness for hunger on the go.
Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa highlighted that a more systematic and transparent procedure is required within Sri Lanka's pharmaceutical sector. He made these remarks during a special inspection tour of the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation. Meanwhile, speaking during another visit to the Valisara Homeopathic Hospital, the minister reiterated the government's commitment to creating a healthy nation. Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa recently engaged in an inspection tour of the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation of Sri Lanka at the Mehevara PS office complex in Nara Henpita. During the visit, the minister held discussions with the management of the SPC on methods to improve the institution's operations, ensuring they are carried out in a more systematic and transparent manner. The minister vowed to safeguard all employees dedicated to resolving and correcting issues within the pharmaceutical sector. He stressed that the pharmaceutical industry, while being one of the most profitable globally, has also become a hub for racketeering. Meanwhile, the Minister of Health and Mass Media also visited the construction site of the new head office of the Ministry of Health. Minister Dr. Jayatissa instructed the respective officials to fully conclude the construction of the 16-story building within the next 2 years, while completing the first 7 stories within this year. The construction of the building, which commenced in 2016, came to a halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic crisis, but was recommenced recently. Health and Mass Media Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa also paid a visit to the Government Homeopathic Hospital in Valisara. Engaging in a brief discussion with the staff of the hospital, the minister highlighted the importance of expanding homeopathic medicine in Sri Lanka.
It is imperative that citizens are healthy physically, mentally and socially. This remains one of our primary goals. This can be achieved through the various plans initiated by the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Indigenous Medicine and other relevant ministries. Similarly, various medical disciplines including Western, Siddha, Unani, Ayurvedic and homeopathic medicine can be followed to achieve this goal. The citizens of this country are very important to us because it is they who contribute funds to the treasury and have the power to appoint members to the parliament. Therefore, it is the citizens whom we should work for.
Meanwhile, Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Anil Jasinghe, says that government is focusing on the establishment of several laboratories to test medicines in the near future. Speaking to media in Kandy, Dr. Jasinghe said the medicine shortage in Sri Lanka remains a significant concern driven by procurement delays and quality control challenges. He added that while progress has been made, more robust measures are essential to ensure a stable supply of essential medicines nationwide.
බෙහෙත්වල හිගයක් තියෙනවද නැත්නම් දැන් යථා තත්ත්වයට පත් වෙමින් පවතිනවද?
සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ඖෂධ හිගයක් නැහැ කියන්න බෑ. ඒ වගේම
We cannot say that the medicine shortage has completely disappeared. However, the situation is not as severe as portrayed by some media outlets. If there is a shortage of medicine, it is primarily due to the consequences of past actions. Several factors contribute to a shortage. One key factor is the procurement process. When we procure medicine, it takes approximately 11 months to complete the entire process. Additionally, after completing the procurement process, some medicines may fail quality tests. These procurements are intended to supply the entire country. Therefore, when a medicine is withdrawn, failing quality checks, it is removed from the entire system. To address this issue, we must improve the procurement process. The National Procurement Commission has introduced a new procurement guideline to streamline the process. Furthermore, considering the unique needs of the healthcare sector, additional efforts are being made to enhance health sector procurements. Another crucial step is ensuring that we import quality assured medicine. We must also establish active laboratories for quality assurance within Sri Lanka. Currently, we have only one functioning laboratory. There are different levels of quality testing. However, medicine in Sri Lanka are often tested only after receiving a complaint, which is insufficient. Therefore, government is now focused on establishing at least 2 more laboratories in Sri Lanka.
Fast track your career from O-levels with eSoft.
ඩයබටිසෝල් සීනිවලින් පරිස්සම් වන ඔබට අමතක නොවන පෝෂණය.
ප්‍රයිම් ගෲප් ලංකාවේ ප්‍රථම වතාවට හඳුන්වා දෙන ලෑන්ඩ් ලීසින් ලේසියෙන් මීටමක්.
Single 1111 up to 60% off from the 11th November to the 17th of November.
Kalani wire කිසිගින්නක් නෑ.
කිසිගින්නක් නෑ. Kalani Fire Shield Wire.
Apico Mattress. මේ උත්සව සමයේ සැපට නිදියන්න Apico Springs foam mattress මාදිලි රසකින්.
Now in your weather update, fairly heavy showers exceeding 75 millimeters are to be expected in the eastern, Uva and north central provinces and in the Matale, Nuwara and Hambantota districts tomorrow. The Department of Meteorology forecasts showers or thunder showers to occur at times in the eastern, Uva, north central and northern provinces and in the Matale, Nuwara and Hambantota districts. The Met Department further states that fairly strong winds of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour are expected in the northern, eastern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Matara and Hambantota districts. The department also states that misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamu and central provinces and in the Gol, Matara and Badulla districts. Meanwhile, the National Building Research Organisation extended the warning level 1 yellow early landslide warnings issued to Badulla, Kandy, Kurunagala, Matale and Nuwara Eliya. Clean-up campaigns continued across the island today under government's Clean Sri Lanka initiative. A number of campaigns were initiated focusing on popular tourist destinations. Meanwhile, speaking to media, Deputy Minister of Fisheries, Aquatic and Ocean Resources Ratna Gamage emphasised the importance of creating a change in attitudes alongside the physical transformation that is being instituted through the initiative. Clean-up campaigns continued across the country today under government's Clean Sri Lanka initiative. Accordingly, a clean-up campaign was conducted near the Udavalava Reservoir. Similarly, officials and residents joined hands to initiate another cleaning project in the Yakkala area in Galen Binduruwava. Concurrently, clean-up campaigns were also organised at several tourist attractions in Valigama, Mirissa and Midigama. Meanwhile, a cleaning project was carried out in Habaradua yesterday as part of the major clean-up campaign initiated in the Gold District. Deputy Minister of Fisheries, Aquatic and Ocean Resources Ratna Gamage was also seen participating in the project.
Clean Sri Lanka is not merely cleaning the coastline and roads of the country. That is only a part of this initiative. The country should be cleaned completely. This is the system change that was requested. While these are only physical changes, measures will be taken in future to institute a change in attitudes.
And with that, here's a look at some of the latest developments in the political arena. Many government representatives who now hold ministerial portfolios have previously visited cultivations and protested alongside farmers. At that time, they acted as union leaders for those farmers. They have nothing new to learn regarding the issues of farmers. Based on the way they wandered around those fields, I believe they must have a lot of experience. With the experience we have, we are doubtful that farmers will receive any relief.
Currently, there is a shortage of red raw rice during the Thai Pongal season. I believe this shortage will also be present during the New Year season in April. The government is merely importing rice without any clear knowledge of whether it is basmati rice or not. Smuggling also occurs during these imports and the rice issue remains unresolved. There is no use in having a government like this.
Everyone eats milk rice, which is part of our country's culture during special seasons. However, these politicians are attempting to take advantage of these special seasons. They claim there will be a shortage in April or on the 1st of January. This is not about a rice shortage. This is about politicians crying for help.
The ruling party previously intervened in every initiative of previous governments, from the construction of highways, airports and ports to whatever the previous government planned to make. They fought against those initiatives. The Clean Sri Lanka initiative should start from the top down, not the other way around. They started this program on the wrong foot.
January is the awareness month for the Clean Sri Lanka initiative, which is about an awareness campaign. However, the Sri Lanka police issued a circular and began the initiative earlier. We are officially commencing this program on the 1st of February. This month is for raising awareness of the initiative. When people see the removal of illegal modifications from buses and three-wheelers, they mistakenly associate this with the initiative. However, that is not the case. The Clean Sri Lanka program operates on 3 levels. The first is social, where we aim to clean the country ethically. The second level focuses on environmental cleaning. However, everyone is currently witnessing only the third level of this initiative. Sri Lanka's premium entertainment experience Derana hosted the Derana Close-Up Music Video Awards 2024, celebrating the Sri Lankan music video industry. The only award ceremony of its kind, Derana Close-Up Music Video Awards, celebrated the most outstanding music videos of 2023.
Derana Close-Up Music Video Awards.
Derana Close-Up Music Video Awards 2024, the only award ceremony celebrating Sri Lanka's music video industry, was held recently with glitz and glamour. The ceremony awarded the most outstanding music videos of 2023 as chosen by an expert panel of judges.
Best Music Video of the Year.
Accordingly, the music video for Sanuka Wickramasinghe's Mohini, directed by Mama's Boys Films, was awarded the Best Music Video for the year 2023. It also received 8 other awards, including for Best Cinematography, Best Direction, Best Art Direction, Best Concept in a Video, Best Pop Video, and the Most Stylish Video.
Best Art Direction.
Best Art Direction goes to Channa Asanka for Sanuka featuring Mercedes Mohini.
Best Actress in a Video. Best Actor in a
Meanwhile,
Video.
the stars of the video, Shavinda Lakshan and Natasha Pereira, were awarded the Best Actor and Actress respectively. The music video for Danit Sri's Mava Hoyan was recognized as the Best Alternative Music Video.
Danit Sri, Mava Hoyan, come on!
Additionally, the Best Hip Hop Video, Best R&B Video, Best Reggae Video and Best Tamil Video were also awarded during the ceremony.
Best Tamil Video.
It goes to Rapsilon for Pavitra.
Meanwhile, music director and singer Iraj Veeraratne and music video director and editor Praveen Jayaratne were recognized for their contributions to the music video industry. Afterwards, awards were presented under the most popular category. Accordingly, Bharti and Santush won the award for the most popular group of the year 2023.
The bronze award on the popular category, and the winner is Freeze.
The bronze award for the most popular music video was won by the music video for Dais Ganangi by the group Freeze. The silver award for the most popular music video meanwhile went to the music video for Salli by Sarit Surit.
Silver award goes to Sarit and Surit for Salli.
It was also awarded as the most viewed music video on YouTube.
The music industry is one that will never become bankrupt. We are pleased to see the term music industry being used freely. Therefore, there is no need to fear for the industry. An industry is vital for the success of any concept. Therefore, we are glad that we initiated this program back then.
For the grand finale, the Gold Award for the most popular music video went to the music video for Pitta Kavare by Sanjeev Loneliest.
The video gold goes to Sanjeev Loneliest for Pitta Kavare.
And with that, here's a look at local news across the island in brief.
Ampara police have taken into custody both the abductor and the schoolgirl who he kidnapped last Saturday in Dawulugala, Gampola. Police revealed that the suspect and the abductee had remained at a private accommodation in the Wala Chennai area. The duo was discovered near the Ampara bus stand this morning. Police revealed that the suspect and the abductee will be produced before the Gampola Magistrate Court. Meanwhile, two unidentified assailants opened fire in front of the residence of a businessman in Hangruwatta, Devinuwara this morning. No fatalities were reported from the incident, and Gandhara police reported that the motorbike that was used by the assailants was identified. In other local news, the Kahatudua police arrested 6 suspects in possession of kush, hashish and other forms of narcotics. The arrests were made during a raid of a party at a luxury apartment complex in Magammana, Homagama that had been organized through Facebook.
Welcome back. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe has stated that the value of the Employees Provident Fund surpassed 4 trillion rupees in 2024 and that the fund is currently exploring opportunities to diversify its investments for higher returns. While announcing the policy agenda for 2025, the Governor also stated that the Foreign Exchange Act will be reviewed during the year to implement necessary changes. He further noted that amendments to the Companies Act are also expected to be introduced in 2025. Additionally, Dr. Veerasinghe noted that the Central Bank of Sri Lanka is in the process of transferring debt management responsibilities to the newly established Public Debt Management Office, which is expected to be operational by the end of the year.
From the inception of Central Bank, public debt management has been one of the key agency functions carried out by the Central Bank. After nearly 75 years of the Central Bank handling this responsibility, the Public Debt Management Act was enacted in 2024 to create a separate office dedicated to managing all aspects of public debt under the Ministry of Finance. This will help eliminate the long-standing issue of what you call conflict of interest of conducting monetary policy and managing public debt by the same institution. We will no longer have that at least technical conflict of interest, but we have been managed well in the past. Central Bank would facilitate in transferring the public management function to the dedicated institution called PDMO, Public Management Office, and the Ministry of Finance, which is expected to be operationalized by the end of this year. Following the rebounding activity in the domestic financial market, thorough and detailed review will be initiated to reassess the existing foreign exchange regulations, orders and directions issued under the Foreign Exchange Act. This review aims to evaluate the evolving dynamics within the domestic foreign exchange market, address the changing needs and concerns of stakeholders, and enhance the overall regulatory framework. Further, appropriate policy measures are expected to be implemented with respect to other important area is conduct of the money changing business to transform the sector into a more credible player in the financial services. Sri Lanka's third mutual evaluation on Sri Lanka's AML safety framework, coordinated by the Asia Pacific Group on Money Laundering (APG), is now rescheduled to commence in March 2026. Earlier this was scheduled in this year, but got its postponed by 1 year because of the election cycle we had last year. It will assess the country's efforts to combat money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Sri Lanka must ensure compliance with the 40 recommendations of the FTAP and demonstrate the effectiveness of our AML safety framework under the 11 immediate actions. We all can remember we were downgraded to grey list twice in the past, so we don't want to go back to that situation in the future. The high-level AML safety task force reconstituted last month that will remain operational until the successful completion of mutual evaluation. Completion will be in July 2027. FIU expects to conduct another update on national risk assessment by second half of 2025. This assessment will consist of an assessment of tax crimes, proliferation, financial risks as new areas. Additionally, FIU is in the final stages of drafting amendments to the 3 key pieces of AML safety legislation. These legislative amendments are expected to be enacted by the second quarter of this year. Furthermore, FIU will assist in the implementation of amendments to the Companies Act, especially on beneficial ownership requirements in order to enhance intelligence sharing and strengthen international cooperation and compliance with global standards. FIU aims aims to increase the number of bilateral payments. EPF managed by us, the central bank, with its value surpassing now ₹4 trillion in 2024. EPF is implementing several solutions, including digitalization of records and online payments for member contributions to enhance operational efficiency. EPF is also exploring opportunities to diversify its investment portfolio to achieve a higher risk-adjusted rate of return while ensuring safety and long-term sustainability of the fund.
In corporate news, Ambayalu, Sri Lanka's first hotel to be fully managed and staffed by women, was inaugurated recently in Dambulla. Built under the Thema collection, the hotel was inaugurated with a ceremony attended by officials of the French Embassy in Sri Lanka, government representatives and other prominent figures in the hospitality industry. And with that, here's a look at more corporate news in brief.
Sri Lanka's first 100% female-staffed hotel, Ambayalu, was inaugurated recently in Dambulla. Inspired by T.B. Ilangaratna's novel Ambayalu, the hotel features an old movie theatre as part of its design, with posters, banners and antique camera equipment displayed throughout. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony, chairman of the Thema collection, Chandra Wickramasinghe, emphasized that the hotel showcases the capacity of women to excel in every facet of the hospitality industry. Meanwhile, Ambassador of Vietnam to Sri Lanka, Trinh Thi Thap, visited Sri Lanka's Haley's Group in a bid to boost economic cooperation between the two countries. During the meeting, Haley's officials provided an in-depth briefing on the group, including its existing ties with Vietnam in areas of trade, tourism, agriculture, engineering, transport and logistics. Ambassador Trinh Thi Thap briefed Haley's on Vietnam's interest in expanding economic cooperation with South Asian countries, including Sri Lanka. In other corporate news, BYD, a new energy vehicle manufacturer, and its authorized Sri Lanka agent, John-Keith CG Auto, announced a partnership with Indra Service Park Private Limited, a subsidiary of Indra Group of companies. Through this collaboration, BYD is expected to expand its presence in Sri Lanka's central region, focusing on the hill capital Kandy. Through the partnership with Indra Service Park Private Limited, BYD and JKCJ Auto aim to establish their third integrated showroom, service center and spare parts facility in Kandy, which will be known as BYD Kandy.
Oil prices rose for the third consecutive session, with Brent crude prices reaching their highest in more than 4 months, driven by US sanctions on Russian oil. These sanctions targeting Russian producers and vessels are expected to reduce exports to major buyers such as India and China.
Oil extended gains for a third consecutive session today, with Brent crude rising above $80 a barrel to its highest in more than 4 months, driven by wider US sanctions on Russian oil and the expected effects on exports to top buyers India and China. Brent crude futures rose by $1.20 to $80.96 a barrel today, after hitting the highest level since the 27th of August at $81.49. Meanwhile, US West Texas intermediate crude was up by $1.30 at $77.87 a barrel, after touching its highest since the 15th of August at $78.58. Brent and WTI have climbed by about 6% since the 8th of January, surging on Friday after the US Treasury imposed wider sanctions on Russian oil. International traders and analysts say that Russian oil exports will be hurt severely by the new sanctions, pushing China and India to source more crude from Middle East, Africa and the Americas, which will boost prices and shipping costs.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of First at 9. Thank you for joining and have a good night.